Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And now, your defending AFC North champion, Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the Colts sideline, that's head coach Shane Steichen. These guys got the win in London last week, certainly made that flight back much happier than it would have been otherwise. On the other sideline, the head coach of the Steelers. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. With Brock Heward and I'm Kate Scott. This is Jason Sanders on to handle the opening kick. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Bringing him out now in his third season, one of the game's young stars at the position. Here is Jaden Daniels.
This offense has done a nice job this year. Top 10 in the league for a reason. Nice complimentary ball. But you know as a quarterback, when you take that first snap, you're looking across a top 10 defense as well. This might be one of those cases where iron truly sharpens iron.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action now. Daniels. Headed out right. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. And brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play block. Looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards.
25 yards on the play.
To the line and set. Here we go. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11.
Daquan Jones on the stop. A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Colts 17-yard line.
Throwing now. Daniels. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by, I love this name, Devon Diablo. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season. New set of downs for him from the 31. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Second down. Here's Love. And he can't find a connection on second down. That incompletion means it is third down. Throwing, it's Love. That's him on the catch, left side. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on fourth down. The Colts ready for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this gets all the way down inside the 5. The officials blow it dead at the 4-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. We give to Pacheco to start this drive. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He just shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, knock down that run.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Daniels back to throw. He launches this one up, looking deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. Picked up at the 38. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Colts sending their offense back out. So there's the one ushering them to the field's coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. This marks his 4th year as OC with the Colts, and it was actually Indy Brock who gave him his first NFL job as an offensive assistant back in 2009. And he's going to be brought down back at the 34-yard line. It's Quay Walker. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Walker now from the gun. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To the air with Love. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration. That forces 4th down. Ryan Rico headed back out for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Here's Daniels on second. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
10 yards to go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. Past the line, he's going to run for it. Toward the sideline, and out of bounds he goes. Play gains about 12. And that is going to be good for a Steelers first down.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. And this will wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect brings up 2nd down.
Xavier Worthy, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Daniels. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
They'll run it with Pacheco, and this one's overwhelmed. They drive it backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Love now to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
A week after going interception-free and leading to a win, unfortunately, he sees his first interception here. Now comes the fascinating part. You become check down Charlie, or you continue to be aggressive.
There he goes on the right side. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. They jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers 7, Colts nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Love looking to pass. He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete, and now it's third down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Third and long for him here. A lot of contact. Can't keep control of it. Ball jostled out. It's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be fourth down. So as they face fourth down, on comes Ryan Rico to kick it. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So 1 second remaining. Here's our final snap of the quarter. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. The second down run by Pacheco. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. Third down. Daniels. Short pass brought in. And they're going to wind up with about a 6-yard gain here as he's hauled down. Going to be a decent bit short, though. It's fourth down. So Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Colts ready to take the field. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. And that one's incomplete. Nearly a jump ball win for him defensively. Instead, just a second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Love. He's being chased, and they get him right near the line. Devontae Wyatt. And that is the 4th for him this season. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. There's Love to throw. This rush is there in time once again. And down on the last snap, Brock. Forced the incompletion this time. And those plays have brought up fourth down. He's got this at the 27. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Behind Diablo there on the tackle. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Daniels now. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Daniels on 1st and 10. He's completed just half of his first 10 passes so far, following that last play.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're going play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. The pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. Garrett Williams there on the corner blitz. 4 sacks in that win last week, and now they've got one here. Oh, he put some air under this one, right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they didn't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. Play action. Love. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4. Smith going with a different call at the line. This is Walker on 2nd. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, and is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a while. He's
got it deep downfield. All the way. Touchdown, Indy.
Complete to Jordan Tyson.
So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And as we can see here, what happened last drive becoming too familiar or a refrain for them in this one. Drives ending and the punter being called out. Got to be able to help themselves put something together here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
So Reed, it's Pacheco. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And the hit is going to break up the catch. Incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby, Brock, who actually could have broken that one up. That's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Colts, wide receiver Jordan Tyson, set for another drive. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice game. Colts operating from the hurry up, rushing back to the line. Throwing on 2nd. Love. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Love now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. Brings it in at the 12. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Here's Daniels. Throw right side is hauled in by DK. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
At the 29-yard line.
Working on 2nd down. Daniels. Left side, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Kate, this guy is dispelling one of those narratives out there, and you know what that is. The DBs are simply receivers that can't catch. You throw it this guy's way, he's bringing it in.
And that's incomplete, only because of the hit applied, though. A good defensive play to bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing, it's Love. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
10 yards to go.
From the pistol, here's Love. Firing end zone, and this is hauled in. Touchdown, Colts.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Elikayo Manor, his third of the year.
Jason Sanders for the extra.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Sanders all set to send it away. Now on the return, here's DK. Things going well so far. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Steelers taking over on offense with halftime rapidly approaching. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. Now Daniels to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. Second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On second down, Daniels. Warren brings this one in on the slant. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And that's going to give the Steelers the first down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Daniels back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Out of bounds he goes, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And that is good for Pittsburgh first down.
That's another Steelers.
Throwing now, Daniels. On the move, headed right. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is going to be good for a Steelers first down.
11 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To throw, Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Has it at the 7. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
21 more yards. That's good for a Steelers first down.
Final throw before the break. Forced out to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jaden Daniels, number 10 of his NFL career. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and then get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone.
Well, apologies to our buddy Scott Hansen. We're going to catch up with you after this one, Scott. We're going to jump past halftime, get you right back to the start of the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he stops. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Staying with Welker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's third and 7. Love now to throw. And he's going to go down. They haul him to the turf at the 21. Full of run show. Fatukasi. And this offense now facing a 4th and 14.
7 yards.
Let's see what he can do on the return. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. The Steelers and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Just a number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Right back to Pacheco. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that's going to give the Steelers the first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Steelers first down.
It's Pacheco again. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Daniels on second. And that one's going to be incomplete. Third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up fourth down. Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look.
A 49-yard attempt.
Charging down the middle, and they block it!
Well, if they were looking for the momentum boost they needed to pull ahead in this game, I think they just got it. These next couple plays are so important. How do you go out and build on that huge swing while your opponent's on their heels?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
His 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Running with Walker again. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
So 20 yards on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
And the Colts 1st down.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Walker gets the pitch. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to get there inside the pylon. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kenneth Walker. That's his 2nd of the year. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Sanders all set to send it away. Xavier Worthy now on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Which team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Steelers offense headed out. And they can trace this deficit, Brock, to the outcomes we're seeing right here. They have really struggled to score over their last few possessions, and they have to overcome that right now while there's still time left in this game. Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Trying to work quickly now.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down, so call it about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the first.
Yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
It's a screen play for Allen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now.
At the 49-yard line.
Daniels now. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, if they would have connected on that one, Brock, that sure would have represented a large chunk of his passing yardage in what's been a pretty quiet game so far.
Yeah, kind of based on how little success they've had and found through the air. Gosh, honestly, Kate, I'm not surprised that one fell to the ground, too.
And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. Divine Diablo. And now it's going to be 4th and 13. And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. The Colts offense set to head out. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. They'll go with Walker on the counter. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down.
20-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's second down. To the air with Love. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
That's quarterback's living nightmare and a defender's dream right there. Not just to get the sack and get home, but sack fumble, that's what these defenders live for.
Shotgun handout to Singleton. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 4 yards, and that moves him that much closer. Second and goal now from the 2. On the handoff, Allen. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Braylon Allen from 2 yards out. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Love now, off the play action. It's a completion of Michael Pittman Jr. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. First down from the 41.
And the Colts, first down.
Walker now from the gun. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Last one got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Now an inside give to Walker. Stopped after a gain of just 1, but still enough there to pick up the first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Gain of a yard. First down, Indianapolis.
Going to the ground again on first. He stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's second and 12.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Love. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Third and long, they're going to throw. That finds Pittman, complete. He's going to be encouraged to that sideline. Gain of about 18, and that is a Colts first down. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
That's called playing downhill with a capital D. These safeties, they love to see that play. And that ball caught in front of him, and he came down in a hurry and knocked it backwards.
Rolling on second down, here's Love. Drop near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Slot man in motion left. First and goal, here's Walker. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. Kenneth Walker brought one back earlier and now takes one across. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Steelers 21.
Sanders all set to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. First and 10 from the 32. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. Well, this just hasn't been the game they've wanted score-wise, Brock, and it has them as a result of that feeling like they've got to keep putting it up and taking chances here till the end.
And I'd say, Kate, right there, that was the kind of chance. When you get a one-on-one, you've got to find a way to win it, but this defense is doing their job.
And he's able to get him pretty close to that marker. Call that a gain of about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd and short.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now to throw. That one nabbed by Warren. And it's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the first down for him. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And concentration lapses continue for him as he drops another. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. Brought to the ground finally after a gain of about 17 yards. And that is good for Pittsburgh. First down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He is to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Connecting on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
Here's Daniels. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Up by his running back, Allen. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the Colts 3-yard line.
Allen will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Down to 8 seconds.
Deron Payne on the stop. The play lost a yard.
Here he goes, one final shot. He rolls to his right. And look at those turn left. He takes this into the end zone. Down to their last breath, Brock, and now they can tie it or go for the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock, but they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it, you got the numbers behind it, but ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision, and it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts and Jordan Love set to take over again. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
2nd down. Here's Love. Oh, big interception here. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And what a way to end it in overtime, Brock. The defense ends this game with a touchdown. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And in overtime, it was their defense who actually came up with the heroics. Not by making a stop, but by being the ones to score that game-ending touchdown. What an unexpected and exciting way to conclude this incredible ball game. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on